Scientists have now linked thousands of heart disease deaths to phthalates. A new global study links the phthalate plasticizer DEHP, or di-2-ethyl-hexyl phthalate, to roughly 356,000 cardiovascular deaths in 2018 among adults aged 55 to 64 worldwide. That's more than 10% of all heart disease deaths in that group that year. This is the first time scientists are making a global estimate of just how harmful DEHP, a common plastic chemical, can be to human health. Note that DEHP is only one specific phthalate chemical. The study focused on DEHP alone rather than all phthalates collectively. According to Sarah Hyman, the study's lead author, their findings add to the vast body of evidence that these chemicals present a tremendous danger to human health. Senior author Dr. Leonardo Trasande explained that phthalates contribute to inflammation in the coronary arteries, which can accelerate disease and trigger fatal cardiac events. He noted phthalates also disrupt hormones. In men, chronically low testosterone, a known effect of phthalate exposure, is a risk factor for heart disease. What are phthalates? Phthalates are synthetic chemicals used to make plastic materials softer, flexible, and longer lasting. Ubiquitous in consumer goods and are often nicknamed everywhere chemicals. They appear in products like PVC pipes, vinyl flooring, raincoats, garden hoses, medical tubing, and children's toys, as well as in food packaging, cleaning detergents, furniture, and cosmetics. In personal care items also, such as shampoos, soaps, perfumes, phthalates help fragrances linger longer. As for the health effects of phthalate exposure, phthalates are known endocrine disruptors, and studies have linked them to a range of health issues. Previous research has already associated phthalate exposure with higher risk of cardiovascular disease and metabolic disorders, as well as reproductive and developmental problems. For example, phthalates have been tied to genital birth defects in infant boys, reduced sperm counts, and lowered testosterone in adult men, plus increased odds of asthma, childhood obesity, and even certain cancers. What about the supposed safer phthalates, DINP and DIDP? DINP, disononyl phthalate, and DIDP, disodecyl phthalate, are other phthalates used as plasticizers in many vinyl products such as cable insulation, flooring, and plastic toys. The chemical industry markets these high phthalates as safer alternatives to DEHP. But they were not evaluated in the new study, and their potential health risks are less well studied compared to DEHP. Here are some tips to reduce your exposure. Experts say you can take steps to minimize contact with phthalates. Don't heat food in plastic. Avoid microwaving meals in plastic containers or putting plastic dishes in the dishwasher. Heat can cause phthalates to leach out. Use non-plastic alternatives for food storage and serving, such as glass, stainless steel, ceramic, or wood. Choose fragrance-free products. Opt for unscented lotions, soaps, and cleaners, and minimize use of air fresheners. Many fragrances contain phthalates. Favor fresh or frozen foods over canned and highly processed foods, which often have higher phthalate contamination from packaging. Wash hands frequently to remove any chemical residue, especially before eating. Avoid plastics labeled number 3, number 6, or number 7, as these materials, like PVC, may contain phthalates or similar harmful additives. A previous study by Tresande's team in the US estimated that phthalate exposure may contribute to about 91,000 to 107,000 premature deaths per year among Americans aged 55 to 64. Those excess deaths were projected to cost the United States roughly around $40 to $47 billion annually in lost economic productivity. With regards to study limitations, the global analysis assumed the DEHP heart disease risk observed in US data held true across all countries. Experts caution that this may not be the case since phthalate exposure levels and access to cardiovascular care vary widely between regions.